Last season was the worst it's been for Pistons fans. It was bad enough they only won 14 games. They also tied for the longest losing streak in a season, losing 28 games in a row, and at that point, Pistons fans had little hope for the future. Now, this season is the best they have looked since 2019 and the most hope Pistons fans have had since then. There are multiple factors that led to this turnaround and we need to talk about it. The first reason for this turnaround is the ascension of Cade Cunningham. While Cade wasn't bad last year, he has seen improvement in some statistical categories. He also has career highs in his 2-point and 3-point percentage, his field goal percentage, and true shooting percentage. The two biggest parts of his ascension in particular is his playmaking and pull-up shooting from deep. Regarding his playmaking, Cade is top 5 in assists per game in the league, and yes, his turnovers are high. That's due to him trying to make difficult skip passes or passes in tight spaces or being loose with the ball when trying to dribble through traffic. Cade is a young guard dealing with his highest usage rate ever, so turnovers like this will happen, but he can't improve on this. Now his pull-up shooting has gone to a new level. He is shooting a career high on these shots on the most attempts per game in his career. This improvement of his pull-up shooting from deep, whether coming off screens, in isolation, or in transition, has given Cade a new weapon in his scoring arsenal. Now, before we get into the rest of the video, I would appreciate it if you could like this video as it helps the video perform better in the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel. I would gladly appreciate it. The next reason is the Pistons added more shooting in the offseason. Last season, they were one of the lowest teams in attempts and shooting percentage from deep. Now they are average to below average in both of those categories. Their offseason addition of Malik Beasley has been a revelation for this team. It's one thing to have a player shoot this high of a volume, but to also shoot this well has been huge. Tim Hardaway, despite shooting his fewest shots per game from deep in the past 4 seasons, is having his highest percentage during this span. Both Beasley and Hardaway can shoot well from deep on the move, giving the Pistons an aspect to their offense they did not have last season. Tobias Harris has been a quality floor spacer, shooting on solid volume and a solid percentage. When looking at the roster last season compared to this season, the Pistons only had 3 players shooting above league average from deep. Now with the additions and some in-house growth, they have 6 players shooting above league average from deep. Another reason is they hired a coach in JB Bickerstaff that's proven he can establish and build a culture with a young team. While when Bickerstaff's ending with the Cavs had Cavs fans wanting him fired, and looking at them this season, yeah, the fans were right. But all jokes aside, despite JB's shortcomings, he took the Cavs from a young, rebuilding team with no culture and clearly instilled one. Looking at the Pistons, the 5 years before JB got there, they had a culture of losing and not improving, instead losing more games than the year before. Now Bickerstaff is beginning to establish a winning culture and the Pistons already are reaping the benefits. Are the Pistons a contender? No, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't appreciate where they are at now. The Pistons were at the bottom of the NBA for half of a decade and it seemed they had no direction. And after one offseason, they have some direction and are looking like they have a real shot of hosting a play-in game. While that might not seem like a big deal, it is for this organization and they are giving their fans hope again. I appreciate you watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments your thoughts about the Pistons so far this season. See y'all in the next one.